once, sometimes it gets kind of lumpy. And so what we're doing is just binding those extra juices. And that, paired with cooking a little bit more and reducing the liquid down, will make it a nice thick chili. If you wanted, and we discussed this morning a little bit, if you wanted to, you could also serve this as a soup. It would be a really, really nice soup. Pour a dollop of sour cream on top and throw some Tabasco in there. And nice and trashy. Okay, so you can see our pepper just needs to be blackened on the top now. We'll just turn it upside down. Not because I'm obsessed with it being black everywhere, but because that green part won't peel at this point. So we do want it all to peel, because that's what we want. Okay, so I think that our cornmeal is ready. Let's have a look.
So wait, is that burner on like medium there, or what?
It's on medium, between medium and medium high.
So you wouldn't want to do high, or?
You could do high as well. I just don't.
It doesn't matter how fast it.
You know, the flames come up, you're using tongs, you're going to burn your arm hair, and it's just what you're comfortable with. But high would be fine too. Okay. Okay. We were cooking that at a very high temperature. A little bit angry, but...
Oh, looks pretty good. Simple.
I'll show you. Well, I'll show you in a second. I just want to check on the other bread. So see how it's kind of wet?
Yeah.
You see it sliding around, it's not stuck at all, which is really nice. So now it needs to cook the rest of the way through, but it also needs to brown on the top. You want to have a really nice crust. If you wanted to, before we put it into the oven, you could have scored it. So run your knife, just go around the center, or go or whatever you want. That's called scoring it. What that would do is it would make it split open and you get some nice texture on the top.
That's before you cook it, though. I'm wondering if instead of putting in the cornmeal, you could have put parsnip paper on the bottom.
You could, but it's not just to keep it from sticking. It's also to create a different type of crust. If you were to just dump it in there with nothing on there, it wouldn't stick either. But it would create almost like a wet paste that's dry on the bottom. That's not gross. I don't know how to explain it. That's parchment would be okay, but it's better to use cornmeal. It lifts it up so that it actually doesn't have a touching kind of brown. It's an elevated kind of brown. It's a little bit deep. Okay, so let's get this pepper off. I think that it's ready. So as long as you see it blistered all the way around, and it looks like the skin will lift off, even that green part, you can tell the skin will lift off. That's what we want. So put it in a bowl. Put some parchment over top. You basically just want to keep it steamed. We're just going to do that for now. Okay, so the old thing they used to say in old cookbooks is put it in a paper bag. That also works. I don't know, I kind of think the reason that they don't recommend that anymore is because people don't often have paper bags around anymore. The trick is really just to create some steam in there, so any way that you can do that is the way that you should do it. So,
Well, she's got one ready.
I have one ready, yeah, because I really wanted it to be all simmered and delicious for you. Now the last thing that we want to do is, okay, first of all, if you were at this stage and you're like, it's not right, it's too watery, I told everyone we're having chili, it looks like soup and whatever, take some of it out. Put it in a container, use a hand blender, or put it in your real blender and blend it up and pour it back in. So the beans will stick in the rest of it. The other thing you can do is add some cornmeal, but you don't want it to get too polenta-y because you'll wind up with something very interesting and different. Now secondly, what I really like to do with stewed items, braised items, is add some freshness at the end. By freshness, I mean anything that's green that wouldn't have retained its flavor or color from the beginning. Now, cilantro is obviously very relevant, and if we were to have added it at the beginning, you wouldn't even see it anymore. You'd see some little brown specks, but by adding it at the end, you get the full talking Le Creuset, appearance is important. So we just fold that in. We were talking about people not liking cilantro. Does anyone not like cilantro here?
No, but I was going to say, some people don't. Could you just use parsley? And
You could use parsley, but what I would do is just not tell them to put it in there.
Yeah.
Because, like, we were talking about it, and I think it was the 90s. People were adding, like, garnishing with heaps of cilantro. It just didn't make a lot of sense. So you were getting a mouthful of cilantro before you were eating anything else. If it's in there, and it's supposed to be there, people don't really notice. But yes, you can use parsley. Okay, so let's set this up. You could lift the whole loaf out of here and cut it on your cutting board if you love your knives enough. I of course do. I just have those I'm just going to cut it into squares for you guys.
Yeah.
You can see it's not sticking at all. Like, we didn't have to butter or flour that. We didn't do very much of anything. That's the whole retention of temperature working. If any of you have a Le Creuset frying pan like this one, it works the exact same way. So you don't have to treat it any differently. Follow me around here. I just want to make sure this still tastes seasoned enough. It hasn't changed on me.
But you can make the cornbread in Le Creuset, can't you? Mm-hmm. Does it come out exactly the same as the cast iron?
Definitely, because it's the same. It's the same product in the end.
It'd be nice in our orange one. That's when it looks like it's on the right size. I think our big one's too big.
So I spent my last what's it called? Super Bowl down in Long Beach, and I have never experienced an American Super Bowl before, but it is absolutely out of control. I cannot believe it. I don't even like football, and I had an absolute ball. The food was great. So everybody took a different kind of chili. I didn't know there were so many different types of chilies. And then the host, in our case, was in charge of the bottom part. So she made cornbread, she made rice, she made potatoes. I think she just had like sauteed corn, and you choose what you want on the bottom, and then you put your chili on top, and then there's like sour cream and cheese and all kinds of other things for toppings. I didn't cut this very well. Anyway, it was amazing, and I was really quite inspired.
And you do,
and of course,
you know that this is Grey Cup Day.
I know, someone said that again. I'm about the food.
There you
so
are.
I'm here making chili. And then you have a delicious beer to go with it, and honestly, what could be better than that?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what I really like about this cornbread is how light and fluffy it is. It's not dense like you get in some restaurants.
You're happy now?
Good, isn't
Glad you
it?
came here?